Good day, subscribers, new YouTube viewers, and friends. It's me, Ranch, and Serenity now, insanity later. I said I wouldn't do it. However, I couldn't say no. I got a box of Eternal Masters. Especially with vacation coming up, I can only afford one box, so... Especially with the... ridiculous prices up here in Canada. I couldn't say no to the price I got. So, what I want to see out of this box is a Mana Crypt and a Caracas. I don't care about what else is pulled. Ooh, hey, they put the sleeves in this time. Sweet. Alright. Move the box out of the way, move the boosters out of the way. And let's go. Foiled Deathrite Shaman would be nice too, considering I already have one. Okay, first couple packs we'll go through the list of uncommons and commons. Sting Scourger. Elite Vanguard, great one too. Knight's Whisper, Seal of Strength, Blossoming Sands, Emperor Croc, Rugged Highlands, Reckless Charge, Eye Blight's Ending, Bloodfell Caves, one of the land in that pack, Roar of the Worm, first uncommon, Ashnod's Altar, great one, second, third is a Spirit Noble, and our first rare is a Sylvos Rogue Elemental, so it's an 8/5 for 3 and 3 green. With Trample, and for a green you can regenerate it. And our first foil is a Windscarred Crag. Cool. Oh wait, Goblin Token. Humble. Duress. Undying Rage. Thornwheeled Archer. Shoreline Ranger. Beautiful. Coalition Honor Guard. Orcish Oriflamme. Wake of Vultures. Dismal Backwater. Tragic Slip. Gitu Slingers, the first uncommon. Annihilate. Brainstorm, great, and our rare is a Karmic Guide. So it's a 2/2 for 3 and 2 white. And a Flying Protection from black has Echo for 3 and 2 whites. So at the beginning of your upkeep, if this came under your control since the beginning of your last upkeep, sack it unless you pay its Echo cost. And if you paid it for its, when it enters the battlefield, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Hey, alright, foil counterspell. Sweet. The art is beautiful too. Awesome. Beautiful spirit token. Alright. Avarax. Welcome Guide. Oh god. Messing up already. Prowling Pangolin. Lys Alana Huntmaster. Tragic Slip. Bloodfell Caves. Curd Ape. Awesome. Mistral Charger. Nature's Claim. Deep Analysis. Field of Souls is the first uncommon. Annihilate is the second. Wonder is the third, and our rare, Entomb. Awesome. So for 1 black instant, search your library card for a card, put that card in your graveyard, then shuffle your library. And a Erase the Alarm foil. And a Worm token. Alright, last pack where I still go through the commons. No, after this pack I'll just go to the rares. Hope you're all having great pulls. Mog War Marshal, Balinok Cohort, Blight Soil Druid, Abundant Growth, fun, Deep Analysis, Rugged Highlands, Wake of Vultures, Elephant Guide, Coalition Honor Guard, Orcish Oriflamme. Hey, Chain Lightning, first uncommon is a good one. Shaman of the Pack, Lys Alana Scarblade, and our rare, Brago, King Eternal. So it's a 2/4 for 2 and white and a blue with flying. So when it deals combat damage to a player, exile any number of target non-land permanents you control and return those cards to the battlefield under their owner's control. And hey, alright, a foil Chain Lightning. Alright, 2 Chain Lightnings in a pack. Sweet. Foil so far? Not bad. Spirit. Alright, so now just going to go straight to the uncommons and the rare. Counterspell. Awesome. Keldon Champion. Flamekin Zealot. Worn Power Stone. And Toxic Deluge. 2 and a black sorcery, so as an additional cost to cast it, pay X life. All creatures get -X until end of turn. And a Millikin. Uncommon. Hodin of Life's Web, Armadillo Cloak, Relic of Progenitus, and Balance is our first mythic. Nothing special, but oh well. It could be a lot worse. We got a 1 white and a colorless sorcery, so each player chooses a number of lands he or she controls equal to the number of lands controlled by the player who controls the fewest and sacks the rest. Player discards cards and sacrifices the same way. And a Curdape foil, alright. Nice. Soldier token. Hey, Dragon Egg. Roar of the Worm. Necrotal. Torrent of Souls. And Diminishing Returns. Sorcery for 2 and 2 blue. Each player shuffle his or her hand and graveyard into his or her library. You exile the top 10 cards of your library. Then each player draws up to 7 cards. And a foil rare Garbage Dragon. 6/5 for a 3 and 3 red flying haste. Soldier. Swords to Plowshares, nice. With some damage on the bottom. Merfolk Looter, second. Mesa Enchantress, and a Void. Sorcery for 3, a black and red. Choose a number. Destroy all artifacts and creatures with converted mana cost equal to that number. Then target player reveals his or her hand and discards all non-land cards with converted mana cost equal to the number. And a Nature's Claim, a foil. Cool. Burning Vengeance. A Victimize. MSC's Tome. And our rare, Duplicant. It is a 2/4 for 6, and it's a shapeshifter, so when imprints, so Duplicant enters the battlefield, you may exile target non-token creature. As long as card exiled with Duplicant is a creature card, Duplicant has the power and toughness and creature type of that last card exiled. With Duplicant, it's still shapeshifter. And we have an Una's Grace foil. Beautiful. Carnivore. Rancor. Getting all the great uncommons here. Oh, I'm just kicking the camera. Rancor. Glimmerpoint Stag. Oh. We Dragonauts. And our rare, Unexpectedly Absent. So it's an instant for X and 2 white. Put target non-land permanent into its owner's library just beneath the top X cards of that library. And a Peregrine Drake foil. Another Swords. Hooray. Pyroblast, nice. Prodigal Sorcerer, and our rare, Mystical Tutor. It is an instant for 1 blue. Search your library card for an instant or sorcery card, reveal that card, and shuffle your library and put the card on top of it. And our foil, Carrion Feeder. Creepy. Ooh. Oh, Squadron Hawk. Great card. Wirewood Symbiote. Animate Dead, good one. Trigon Predator, and our rare, Giant Soulfuge. So it's a 2 and 2 hybrid manams of red and green for a 4/1 trample haste with Shroud, so it can't be the target of spells or abilities that your opponent has. And Ballynock Cohort. Zombie token. Honden of Life's Web, Honden of Cleansing Fire, Thunderclap Wyvern, and hey, Necropotence, lovely. So everyone knows Necropotence enchants for 3 black, so skip your draw step whenever you discard a card, exile that card from your graveyard. Pay 1 life, exile the top card of your library face down, and put that card into your hand at the beginning of your next end step. And the foil, Blossoming Sands. Here's where all the Squadron Hawks come out to shine. Another good one, Harmonize. War Priest of Thun. Quiet Speculation. And hey, Sinkhole! Beautiful. 2 black sorcery, destroy target land. And our foil is a War Priest of Thun. Fog. And there's the Bloodbraid Elf. Great uncommons. Mindless Automaton, Ancestral Mask, and Imperious Perfect. So it's a 2/2 elf for 2 and 2 and a green. Other elf creatures you get +1/+1, and for 1 green and tap it, put a 1/1 green elf creature token onto the battlefield. And a foil Borderland Marauder. Counterspell. Hey, Mana War. Lovely. Mindless Automaton. Field of Souls. Prismatic Lens. And a Goblin Trenches. So it's an enchantment for 1 colorless, a red and a white. So for 2 of any color, sack a land, put 2 1/1 red and white Goblin Soldier creature tokens onto the battlefield. And we have a Civic Wayfinder foil. There's the Goblin Soldier. Invigorate, Juggernaut, Mishra's Factory, and a Future Sight. So an enchantment for 2 and 3 blue. Play with the top card of your library revealed. You may play the top card of your library. And a Flinthoof Boar with lines going down the center of it. Elemental. Oh, Fact or Fiction. G2 Slinger. Daze, first one out of the box. And Isochron Scepter. It's an artifact for 2 colorless imprint, so when Isochron Scepter hits the battlefield, you may exile an instant card with converted mana cost 2 or less from your hand. And for 2 and tap, you may copy that exiled card. If you do, you may cast the copy without paying its mana cost. And a Plague Witch foil, which I have to go with the original. I can't remember the set for the life of me, but I have the original in foil that I actually opened on the channel. Flamekin Zealot, Young Pyromancer, great card. Phyrexian Gargantua, and Sulfuric Vortex. Ugh. So it's an enchantment for 1 and 2 red. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, Sulfuric Vortex deals 2 damage to that player. If a player would gain life, that player gains no life instead. And Rally the Peasants, foil. Brawn, Sarah Angel, Spirit Noble, and a Sneak Attack. Cool, alright. Great Mythic. That's probably going to be the last one out of the box. So it's an enchantment for 3 and a red, and for a red you may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. That creature gains haste, and then you sack it at the beginning of the next end step. Benevolent Bodyguard is our foil. Sarah Angel, Flinthoof Boar, Phyrexian Ingester, and we have a Baleful Strix, so it's a 1/1 for a blue and a black bird, flying death touch, and it enters the battlefield, draw a card. And a Mog Fanatic. I got it, that flavor text. Hey, a wall. A Beetleback Chief, Prismatic Lens, Guy's Blessing, and a Crater Hellion. So it's a 6/6 for 4 and 2 red Hellion Beast with Echo of 4 and 2 red. So when it enters the battlefield, it deals 4 damage to each other creature. And a Torrent of Souls foil. Cool. Worm. Tooth and Claw, Intangible Virtue, Ticking Gnomes, and a Dual Caster Mage. So it's a 2/2 for 1 colorless and 2 red. Flash. So when it enters the battlefield, copy target instant or sorcery spell. You may choose new target for the copy. And a Nimble Mongoose foil. Oh, last pack. Box seems kind of a letdown to me. Oh well. It's not about winning or losing, it's about opening packs. Shaman of the Pack, Timberwatch Elf, Honden of Night's Reach, and a Serendib Ifrit is our final rare. 3/4 for 2 and a blue with flying. At the beginning of each upkeep, it deals 1 damage to you. And our foil. Hey, enlightened tutor. Alright. Cool. Good way to end the box. Nice. So, enlightened tutor is an instant for 1 white. Search your library for an artifact or enchantment card. Reveal that card, shuffle your library, and then put that card on top of it. Alright friends, it's recap time. So, I don't know. There's a lot of worse boxes out there, but here's some of the stuff that I got. 3 counter spells. Brainstorm, Pyroblast, Mishra's Factory, Harmonize, Bloodbraid Elf, Relic of Progenitus, Animate Dead, Daze, Young Pyromancer, Ashnod's Altar, Rancor, 2 Swords to Plowshares, and a Chain Lightning. I wish I had gotten a Wall of Omens. I really wish I did, because I need one. So, going to the rares. Serendib Ifrit, Dual Caster, Crater Helion, Sulfuric Vortex, Future Sight, Goblin Trenches, Imperious Perfect, Giant Solifuge, Void, Barago, Karmic Guide, Sylvos, Unexpectedly Absent, Diminishing Returns, Isochron Scepter, Baleful Strix, Duplicant, Mystical Tutor. One of my mythics was a Balance, Toxic Deluge, Necropotence was the second, Entomb was a good rare, Sinkhole was another great one, and Sneak Attack was the third mythic I got out of that box. And for the foils, Mog Fanatic, Benevolent Bodyguard, Plague Witch, Civic Wayfinder, Borderland Marauder, Rally the Peasants, Nimble Mongoose, Ballynock Cohort, Carrion Feeder, Peregrine Drake, Una's Grace, Nature's Claim, Curdape, Raise the Alarm, Windscarred Crag, Blossoming Sands, Torrent of Souls, Flinthoof Boar, War Priest of Thune, Milliken, Foil Rare, Rorix, Chain Lightning, Foil, Counterspell, Foil, Enlightened Tutor, Foil. So, here she does it. I said I wouldn't open up a box, and I did. Go figure. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully bring you some more cool stuff real soon.